How's it going, guys? My name is Alex.
Good evening.
And welcome to Thursday content review. I'm sorry I'll be delayed video. We got a lot of fraudulence happening with the game where many people saw this message appearing from early morning till midday, but I, in addition to that, got a 7-hour power cut, and then now I have 2 hours of electricity to film a video for you, and it will be followed up by 7 hours of power cut again. Because Russian terrorists have been bombing power plants in Ukraine. This is where game is becoming a little bit crazy. First and foremost, they give free progression reset, so all the players that you have trained, you can retrain them right now. So this is what they do all the time. This is how it looks like. Free player progression reset. Usually when there's like a high tier players, you would pay up to 600,000 GPs. Now you have for 2 weeks to try different builds, experiment, and I will be retraining a few of my players, and I may be making like a dedicated video, but I already posted a video where I share all of my builds, and basically that's what I still would want to stick to. It's just like some players I would like to experiment, and depending on your playstyle, of course, if you pass or dribble more, you may like retrain your players to cater to this special needs. So let's start with a special pack, Platini. The unique player that is in the game, definitely overpowered, Romario and Bergkamp. And first and foremost, regarding Romario and Bergkamp, I'm not overly impressed. Yes, they will do the trick for you. Bergkamp has crazy offensive awareness. Romario has everything: pace, dribbling, acceleration, balance. But it's not like excessive. It's not Maradona-esque. Maradona is actually, in fact, is definitely an endgame card. It's interesting, like prime Romario, but still, it's not necessarily Maradona. So the advantage of Maradona is that he is very springy. He's gonna be this player is gonna be jumping, winning headers for you if you give him aerial superiority like I did. And he actually contests headers over Saliba, which is crazy, man. But there is also Spanish and Argentinian, and also Encore Player of the Week, which is interesting that I completed all the events, and I'm gonna be opening all of the free packs. I cannot stream today because I don't really get electricity during the slot. And this is Spanish pack, and you get free tries. And this is the events that you need to complete. You need to go to AI events and complete this event. This event, you get 2 additional tries, I think. And you need to complete this one for a free try in the one of the other packs. I think they're not giving us any more Player of the Week packs, but these are Encore. And I don't think that having like Player of the Week players in general, I think it's just like they lose their value, and just because you can't, oh no. You see, this is the messages that you have to face when you're claiming items now. A lot of people, for some reason, are flocking towards the game, where I don't know what happened there, man. I really want to play the game. I don't think that the update is groundbreaking. I don't think that people are getting, I don't know, new design, new stadiums. What's happening? Why the servers are down?
A few minutes later.
So finally, I have claimed all the rewards, and there are some more. As you can see, many people have been asking, Alex, what are the tournament rewards when you had to sim games, Copa America and Euros, the tournaments? You get 10 coins for them. Crazy, bro. This tournament reward is insane. I get 10 coins for that, and I think I'm not getting, yeah, I'm getting much pass reward, login bonus. Yeah, I'm not getting more than 10 coins. Some people got 20 coins, I got only 10. Which is insane. Konami, that's very generous. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. But realistically, Konami has been giving a lot of free players. I'm gonna be giving you the build for the Spanish teams and Argentinian teams packs. And we're gonna be, we have 1 try on European clubs attackers. So let's try with this to get this over with. So we're getting nobody here. Impressive. And yeah, we got Embolo, Kante. And now we get a try. Like, look, I'll be showing you the builds of these players in a second, but I can assure you that there is no outstanding players. For people who have been playing this game for a while, nobody is gonna be impressed. Really, these players are not them, unfortunately. But this is not a surprise, given that we get Cucurella, si como paella. Cucurella, se beber estrella. Haaland, siempre. We got Cucurella, and this is insane. He's okay. He is not the best left back, but he's okay. And I think the most interesting player here is Lamine Yamal. We will see if we can get him for free. I will not be spending coins on this, of course, because Yamal on its own was interesting as a Showtime card. Getting this card with coins would be overkill. This Fabian is not him because he's a little bit slow, I think. So there's, yeah, this Fabian is not really exceptional. Dani Olmo is kind of playable, but all of these cards are kind of like either slow or they lack something, some kind of additional sauce. And final one, I would love Lamine Yamal. Kanami-san. This is gonna be interesting. First feature card of Lamine Yamal in my account. For collection purposes, it will do. And Kanami obviously listens to me and gives me Dani Olmo. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Well, Dani Olmo is actually the most playable card, I would say, in this pack. It's a whole player, the most interesting playstyle as an attacking midfielder, in my opinion. So let me give you the builds of these cards then. This is going to be Emerick Laporte, a very usable card, not necessarily the end game defender, but if your new account is new, that is solid, man. His positioning is gonna be good due to his defense awareness, and his speed is alright. Could have been better. Acceleration is low, so he's gonna be taking ages to get to the speed. But when you're playing in certain playstyles like Lone Bull Counter, this speed and acceleration situation, they're not that important. And I'm gonna be explaining speed and acceleration, I think, in one of my videos. This is Fabian Ruiz. This is my build, and I wanted to improve his pace because that's what's important for a box-to-box player. But still, it's unusable, so it's gonna be a discardable material for me. That's the best I could do with the build. And this is Dani Olmo, where we give him this build, and this is actually so sad because I wanted to drag his balance to 90, and I can't really do that without sacrificing something that is also important. So dribbling, tight possession, I wanted to be in 90s. Passing and finishing are actually very solid, and he is not extremely pacey, but for attacking midfielder, it will do, man. Our Bergkamp card was just as fast, I think. It was like 85, 85, it would be just as fast. So premium Bergkamp card and Dani Olmo can be compared, you know? But even given that Bergkamp, they have different playstyles, I guess, right? So this is Marco Correa, como paella, and this is the build. And I tried to give him good pace, good acceleration, good defending skills, good... he can hold the ball, don't necessarily like perform like roulettes with him. I think he has like Marseille turn. He has crossover turn, okay. If these skills are correct, he needs some additional skills for sure. No pinpoint crossing here, despite having okay passing abilities. Look, I will keep him. He's a funny dude. But yeah, this is Lamine Yamal. This would be the build of Lamine Yamal. I think this is a nice card. On the downside, he has balance, right? So every card comes with its little downside. The fact that he has 78 finishing, low passing abilities, I'm not even bothered by that. Finishing is also like sometimes very random. His curl is 81, that's more than enough for me. And yeah, and let's open some Argentinian packs now, so that it is interesting, and your goldfish memory and your so that your goldfish attention span is not compromised. You can still continue watching this video, which time is nice. We get a special animation. We get Messi. Oh, Haaland Tiembre. And we get Messi, and I think personally this Messi is one of the most usable cards in a while. His balance is good. I will compare him to other Messi if you just auto-allocate. But I will definitely give him a build, even though like Argentinian players are obnoxious as a team with their behavior. So yeah, there we go. But other players, I think I'm gonna be discarding. I checked them on the Football Hub. I checked their max stats. I wasn't really impressed. Like Acuna is a discardable material. Unless you guys don't look at me, because I am discarding them just because I either have a different player that is better or the same Messi, for instance, right? But for you, if you're building like Spanish team, right? Out of sudden, Acuna is starting for the team, and you can complete your Spanish events faster. Just because they have separate game plan, you choose that game plan and same games as that. So when Konami gives you AA events, yeah, and Alvarez is also unusable. I'm gonna be unfortunately deleting him, but for English League events, he will do. Even for Simin, you don't mind, drain him to the max, and yeah, there you go. So these are the builds. This is the Messi card that I think that gets a very balanced build, and I try to massively improve his lower body strengths so that he can run in a position of, regardless if you're playing him as an attacking midfielder, which he gets 102 overall, as you can see, according to my build, or even as a, I mean, my big time Messi, of course, is better. I mean, it's not even a comparison. Premium Messis are better. But as a free Messi, this is one of the best deep line forward playstyle. If you played with the free penalty challenge Neymar, you know the drill, you know how to use these cards. They're gonna be dropping down a little bit, helping you to pass the ball. So those who want passing in high numbers are relying on passing, right? And don't like that it's only 82. You can, of course, downgrade his low body strength to 78 and improve his passing to at least 85. Yeah, there can be an argument to do this. As you can see, speed now decreased. But I don't know, man. I have a feeling that this speed is something that's gonna be... He's gonna be easily caught up with, and even his balance is crazy. I mean, it's all up to you, man. If you're good at dribbling, maybe this Messi will be cooking for you then. But I like players that are still pacey at the same time. Have the same stats in dribbling as well. This is Paredes. This is the build. This is easily discardable for me. Anchorman, not a lot of offensive awareness and very slow, and nothing impressive otherwise. This is Acuna that I got, right? So nothing impressive as well. Very slow, only good aggression here. Okay, passing, decent dribbling. You can have an argument of that. Like, it depends on the builds as well. Look, this is a offensive winning back. I want him to run and control the ball. So for that, dribbling is also important, but you can still even go to the effort and improve his speed. You can be building him like that as well. But given he has good balance, like 90 balance is not a joke actually. This is where I wanted to give him nice dribbling stats, so he can at least maybe like perform some quick turns, evade tackles, and benefit from that. But it is still a nice card, nonetheless. But I think it's, for me, it's discardable material. This Lisandro Martinez, I think it's close to auto-locating. Interestingly, his acceleration is higher than speed, which you will feel on the pitch, man. If you're playing in a playstyle where you need to perform quick bursts with defenders, acceleration is a little bit more important than speed then. And then this is Julian Alvarez. This is my build. I will be discarding him. I don't think that it's an exceptional card. So speaking of Platini, this is the build. I actually, if you can try this, right? It's not necessarily that you need 100 in dribbling, but it's interesting to try what it feels like to play with a player who has 100 dribbling. If you want to go for a balanced build, this is the original build. If you go for a balanced build, you would want to downgrade these dribbling stats to maybe something like this and use that to improve his speed. And in Creative Playmaker, if you play him on this side or on this side, right or left attacking midfielder, right, you would want to have this opportunity to run into the channel, and for that having pace is nice. So I would be first and foremost improving his speed to 90 and thus improving his kicking power slightly, and then maybe I would be boosting his finishing to 92. Right, because we can do that, right? We sacrificed 100 in dribbling and we now boosted his low pass and finishing to 90, which I think is an overkill, but still that's what you can do with this card. And then from here, you can now start either boosting dribbling or whatever you want. You can, if you want, you can boost his acceleration. I would be improving dexterity, in fact, you know, just because you improve his offense awareness, and for creative playmakers, having good offense awareness, it's not crucial, but it's nice. So this is where I would be boosting that, and from here I would be also giving him a special, I think it's possible on attacking midfielders, I'm not sure about that, like attacking instruction. If attacking instruction isn't possible, then give him counter target. It depends on the type of player that economically fights him, either like a complete attacker or midfielder. I think it's midfielder, you can still give him attacking. So thus he's gonna be making forward runs as a whole player and using all of this speed and acceleration to the limit, pushing it to the limit that we've just given him, right? So you can go with this build and you have one additional point, you can give it to like physical contact, right? So that could be an alternative build on Platini. So two builds, you do you, but I think giving him so many blue areas, I feel like that's unique player. There's barely a player in this game where you can achieve blue in so many numbers. And Platini in his prime definitely was, he was him. And so this is the build for Romario de Souza Fario, and we get a decent dribbling, good offensive awareness, not necessarily offensive awareness of my Romario, I think mine has like 95. That's acceleration, speed, kicking power. Yeah, I would say the card on the left is more interesting, you know? Yeah, card on the left has all the necessary stats already in right areas, and you don't really need this heading stat at all, I would say, for Romario. He is already like rarely gonna be winning those, but sometimes, you know, sometimes he's gonna be winning them regardless. So yeah, you see, this is what I was talking about. This offensive awareness thing is just something that just like some players can have bad dribbling, bad passing, okay, finishing, and 90 something offensive awareness, and you just like play with these players and somehow they're so clinical, man, and just because they are in the right position in the right time. So the fact that they kind of nerf this card is interesting. And this is Bergkamp. This is the build on Bergkamp. I don't think that you can do better. I would want to improve his dribbling. I would want to improve his downgrade his finishing, in fact, but to leave at least 80 curl. And I boosted to the max, like 12 points into dexterity, low body strength. You can't go more than 90, 85 and 84, and his balance is low. And yes, he's deep line forward. You can even play him as an attacking midfielder, which is where I would be playing him. But even then, I would want to have 90 balance. And to achieve 90 balance, I want to sacrifice so much. I would probably want to, if I play him solely as a second midfielder, downgrade low body strengths and improve dexterity with those points, right? To boost his balance then to at least 89. So that he is agile and he can turn with the ball. His dribbling is still low, but this is an alternative build if you don't rely on running. So yeah, these are the tournament rewards. This is momentum dribbling Nico Williams, this is visionary pass Cole Palmer, and this is Erling Haaland. I think without a phenomenal finishing skill, or maybe it will be added. So these are in the database, they will be added eventually and starting Monday, available for your pack opening pleasure. This is how this pack may be looking like. And yeah, a lot of maintenance for people, many people happy about Platini, and new file for esports. Yeah, so some additional badges will be given out, and these are some additional players in that pack as well. I can show you that they're already available. These players, I'm not excited. Look, I can review them all day long, but are you excited about Kyriakopoulos? I don't know, man. Vicha Kvaratskhelia, maybe him, of course. There are some definitely gems, but just talking about them, I feel like I'm wasting your time. We're gonna be, yeah, of course, Çalhanoğlu is good, man, but the fact that you can't add additional skills on most of all of these players, right, on this player of the season players, is a little bit of a big downside, you know, a little bit of big downside. This is the players, highlight young stars that are gonna be dropped. Arda Güler will be there. Oh yeah. So this is the Showtime. I thought it was like a separate pack now for a second. So Arda Güler as a like highlight pack, gonna be very interesting. Garnacho is also here. And these are additional players that are available in the current pack with Platini, which I'm not sure many people are excited about them, but somehow can be overpowered cards, of course. The thing about the game right now and the state of the game currently is that you don't necessarily need to have like, oh, I need Messi now so that I can dribble. No, you can dribble with like, I don't know, Olise, and you can perform just same things on the pitch with Olise if you know what you're doing. So this is pretty much the news. Crazy tournament rewards. I got 10 coins. How much coins, guys, did you get? Konami has been extremely generous this time, but it's like it's there when they're sticking to the one of those principles. Like, okay, so depending on the amount of goals scored, and there's like we don't even know how they're doing these calculations. Maybe they have something installed on their servers which like calculates the goals scored. Kind of stupid idea. I mean, I'd rather depending on maybe players downloading the game. I mean, it's still nice. But then it just like I instantly knew that we are not getting much there. People were like, "Oh, it's 1,000 coins just because I chose France." No, you had to choose underdog team, and then just because not all the people are going with underdog team, you would have been getting more coins. But I mean, come on, guys, who are you fooling? So these are the updates, and there's still one more pack opening situation for me to go. The EAFC released their trailer, but there is no gameplay. I don't want to watch that. Not interested at all. An Italian league pack. It looks like it's gonna be a nice GP nom nom, and we're gonna be calling it a day. This would be the end of the pack opening review as we're getting Çalhanoğlu. Okay, alright. I will be comparing him to my match pass, not match pass, my penalty challenge Çalhanoğlu, and okay. It's a good player, definitely, for Italian team. Can improve your team. So these are the packs. I think that many people have been disappointed with the fact that the access to the game has been so limited, and they couldn't really even open the game for the longest time. And there are some events inside. You get some coins, 50, 100 coins per week as usual. I think that's pretty much it.